Hey guys, this is Joe with Pampered Chef. So I just wanted to share a brand new item that had just come out as of September 1st. It is the Pampered Chef Deluxe Cooking Blender. As you can see here, I have some items here that I'm going to prep very easy to do. So with each order, you get the cooking blender, a strainer bag, as well as a cooking brush. Now, with this blender, you get this cooking guide, and there's also an instruction manual and everything like that, and there's some safety tips. And then in here, you will find all kinds of recipes. There are recipes for different smoothies, smoothie bowls, soups, and one awesome thing is an alternative milk setting. So you can make your own almond, coconut, cashew, macadamia, oat, or rice milk. And it comes with a strainer bag. So the instructions to follow that are very, very easy. You can grind, you can make smoothies. Now what I'm going to make today is I'm going to make a soup. So on this particular page, there's the soup setting. It explains the process. And then here are the different soups you can make. And then here listed are all of the different add-ins that you can do with your soup. So for today, I'm just going to make the cauliflower soup. So I'm going to start with, it says to use 2.5 cups of water, but instead, for dietary purposes, I've decided to use bone broth, so that way I can increase the protein in this particular item, for this particular soup. But one thing that I always recommend with any of our Pampered Chef recipes is what you'll find is that most of them are just very basic. It's almost just like a groundwork to do whatever you want to do. You can add things, you can take things away, you can make them spicier according to your taste. But at the very least, they're a very basic recipes, but nonetheless delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So this is the blender, the Deluxe cooking blender. So there is an on and off switch on the side. On the front here, there's the wheel, and there's the settings for smoothie, grind, alt milk, and on the right, there's soup, heated puree, jam, and sauce. People have been losing their minds making jams with this blender. It's actually really funny to see how excited everybody is because they're making their own peanut butter and then immediately going in and making their own jam, which is pretty cool. No preservatives, it's all natural. Make it whichever way you want to. Now, the cool thing that I really wanted to touch upon with this is it's called a heated wash. So now most blenders on the market, when they are heating things up, they just rely solely on friction, the friction of the blades and the speed of the spinning. But with this particular item, there is a heating element inside, so it'll reach certain temperatures. So for the heated wash, very easily to get anything in between those blades, such as like peanut butter or jam, whatever you make, or with the soup after I make it tonight, you just add 3 cups of water and 2 drops of dishwashing liquid. If you use powder, you just do a teaspoon of powder. And then all you do is just put it on heated wash. What it'll do is it'll run through a cycle, it'll heat up to 140 degrees, therefore sanitizing and cleaning everything and getting all of that gunk out from in between the blades, like jam, peanut butter, anything else that you make. There's also safety features to it. So when it reaches a certain temperature for heating, like cooking soup or a heated puree or the jams, a flame icon will show up on the screen. That lets you know that it's going to be too hot to the touch and the products will scald. Now, this is a very thick tempered solid glass, so you have to be careful. When you lift the pitcher from the base, you want to go straight up. And if you notice, there is a lip on this side, and that is what you use to grab. Don't grab by the glass, it's going to be too hot. When we want to replace the pitcher on the base, you want to go straight down because the electrical components are here. Another safety feature too is this won't engage because there are electrical features in here as well. So if you listen, I don't know if you heard that little beep, that tells me that the lid is on completely and it's ready to engage. So let's hear that again. Okay, so that's the noise. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is dishwasher safe, but because it has this electrical part in it, I would prefer to hand wash only. This lid does come out for you to add your items inside. There's also a a tamper that comes with it, which is right here. Now this will go down through this hole, but it will not reach the blade, so you don't have to worry about that. And this is to get the sides of whatever you need to get grinding. So I'm going to throw that there. Let's throw this back on. Okay. So what we have to do is just add the items the way it's listed. So it says 2.5 cups of water. So I'm just going to do, like I said earlier, 2.5 cups of bone broth. Get that in there because we want to increase that protein. So with the chef's knife, I'm just going to go ahead and chop up this head of cauliflower. And just make a mess everywhere. Now it also calls for half of a medium onion, which I already have here prepared. Just going to throw that right in. And then 2 cloves of garlic, but I like garlic, so we're going to, oh, there goes 1 clove. Make sure the dog doesn't get that. And I'm just going to throw that right in. Throw the lid down. Listen for the beep. And then we're just going to turn the wheel to soup, okay? So now this is going to heat up to 212 degrees, and then we are just going to push this button on the front. So it's letting me know that it's going to get started. So what it's going to do is it's going to pulse, then it's going to pause, and then it's going to, the speed is going to, it's going to vary the speed in it as it's heating up. So right now it's at 66 degrees. It's on the heat setting. And like I said, it's just going to go through the motions with the different speeds and while it's heating up. So this is the cauliflower soup made in the brand new, just released September 1st, 2019 Deluxe cooking blender. So I'm just going to pause the video right now, and then I'm going to wait to show you the finished product. Thank you.